Hey, everybody, Chris Thompson and Mike Mandel, and we're here to talk to you about the secret to developing thick skin. Now, we all know that in life, people can get under your skin, and the thicker your skin, this is a nice metaphor, right?
Metaphor.
The better we are to be resilient to crap from other people.
I get skin like a freaking honey badger. I mean,
I don't give a, you know what.
I used to get like upset by things if people would say something insulting or whatever. And but I've gotten over that. And 99% anyway. How do you do that? How do you take criticism from someone without holding a box in front of you for no apparent reason?
There we go. So I'll give you a backstory. This is what sparked this topic in this particular video today. And then Mike and I will talk to you about how you can actually develop the thick skin. So, because this is something that in the past would have bothered me. So we sell these hypnotic language cards. Upside down. I've got the wrong side of the box open. We sell these on our website. Hypnotic language cards. They teach you hypnotic language patterns. They're really cool. We're very successful so far, and we advertise them on Facebook and on our YouTube videos and our podcasts and on our wherever. Somebody buys a deck of these. We sell tons of them. And a few before, this is the funny story. I hadn't even told you that.
All right.
3 or 4 days later, with a weekend in between, so they clearly hadn't even been delivered yet. All right. So this was a U.S. address, shipped from the United States. Bought these,
free cards,
haven't even arrived yet.
Pay for shipping.
Yeah, they're free. You just pay for the shipping. It's like $6.95 in the U.S.
Big deal.
We'll make sure the link's under here in case you do want to actually buy them. So this is like promotional video. Anyway. 4 days later, whatever it is, email comes in and says, can I have a refund? And we have a refund policy.
Sure.
Like, if you don't like them, no problem. We'll give you your money back. And customer support said, yeah, sure, no problem. Can you maybe, would be nice to know why you're asking for your money back, because they obviously haven't even arrived yet. The answer was, well, I ordered them by mistake. Which to me is hilarious, because that's like saying I accidentally clicked on a Facebook ad. I accidentally clicked the order button, accidentally entered my credit card details, and accidentally clicked submit order.
And gave them my address.
Yeah. And then a few days later claims, well, it was a mistake. Now, in the past, that might have been like, well, this person's dishonest. Here's what you do. Here's what I told customer support. Give them their money back. Move on. There's going to be 200-300 people who buy these for every one who does something like that.
Yeah.
And you know what? As I say to you, Mike, all the time, I don't even care. I don't even care. I don't care. So in the past, this would bother me. Now it doesn't. And let's talk about how can we develop thick skin so we don't get dragged down in our projects, our hobbies, things that we want to learn, things that we want to do. And people go, oh, you shouldn't bother starting that band. Who knows? Maybe you're going to become the next Rush, you know?
Yeah, who knows?
So how do you develop a thick skin, Mike?
It's taken some work, but I have a good strategy. In some NLP processes, there's a variant on this called the fair witness position. And that comes from Robert Heinlein's Stranger in a Strange Land, the 60s novel, which was an excellent novel. Fair witnesses were people, when they had their robe on, they were witnesses who could go into court and give testimony as 100% accurate. They all photographic memories and all this in the story. But a fair witness does not get involved in any of the emotion of what's happening. To be a fair witness position is to dissociate from it and look at just the data. But here's how I do it. I think it's even better. As soon as someone says something, you know, sticks and stones may break my bones, names will never, they won't hurt you. And someone mocks you or whatever, or tells you some stupid thing that would normally get your back up, switch to a state of curiosity.
Yeah.
Just start to say to yourself, I find that very interesting. One of my favorite debaters is Dr. John Lennox, with 3 earned doctorates from Oxford and Cambridge. And when somebody will try to skate him over the coals about something, he'll say, I find it very interesting that you got that question there, Richard, and here's why. And he never lets it get to him. Find their question, find their comments, find their insults interesting instead, with a little bit of humor, and look at it from the outside, and it won't bother you.
That's the key. I'm so glad you said look at it from the outside. Because I was just about to grab 2 of these cards to use as props, where we can imagine that on the outside we see person A and you, let's say, the other person and you. And you're looking back and you're observing that, and you're curious about it, right?
That's it.
So you've dissociated.
Look at the situation. Look at yourself and the other person in your mind from the outside.
You've dissociated into a state of third-party curiosity.
And by doing that into third position, remember, dissociation, it has to be some degree of distance. Otherwise, it will bleed over, as Hugh Comerford, our friend and fellow NLP trainer, says. It can collapse into it. So you have to have the distance. It's not enough to dissociate. Okay, well, I see him and me right in front. Like, no, get some range. So you're both small.
Yeah.
And Imagine that in your mind. Just say, yeah, I'm curious as to where this is all going. It will not affect you. Now, it is a learned skill. You won't get it right the first time. But if you do this 2 or 3 times, you'll find it becomes very easy. And once you've got it nailed, figure out what you can use as an anchor. An anchor might just be putting your hands together.
And that anchors your dissociated curiosity.
As being separate from it. And you're in a state of curiosity. Curiosity is a wonderful, wonderful state.
Yes.
And I'm curious as to how you're going to do.
I was just going to say, I'm curious.
I'm curious as to when we're going to go for lunch.
I'm curious, if you don't like this video and you say nasty stuff to us in the comments, how we'll be curious about how you...
Very interesting. Very curious about
All right, Mike Mandel, hypnosis.com is where you're going to find out more information about what we do. We teach hypnosis, personal development, and awesome stuff to help you either help yourself or help your clients have awesome lives. We run the Mike Mandel Hypnosis Academy. It's totally free to get started with our test drive. And if you just want to get a deck of these awesome cards that comes with some freaking cool digital courses, really freaking cool, and you're just paying, at least in the United States, you're just paying for shipping of $6.95. We'll drop a link in the description under this video so you can check it out, and we'll see you in the next video. We're off to lunch. Thanks once again, and good night.